All right, all right. It looks like we are back. That was fun, wasn't it? Uh, don't know what happened. It said connection lost, even though I had 400 megabit connection. Everything was live, and then next thing I know, it says this event has ended. Go figure. I don't understand. Um, but let's see. Where was I? So I was talking about my new baby. Oh, now it won't share the way I want because I'm on a different browser. Okay, so the identity breakthrough engine, its target is coaches so that they can better support their clients between sessions through, and Melanie's back. Welcome. Now Melanie's comments are showing here, but not in the other window. I don't understand. Technology, what can you do? So I've built this 4 agent engine to clients can have a conversation. Why does it say I have 2 people in the room? Oh, screen share. Okay. The engine, the first agent, the mirror agent, has a communication conversation with the client. They can share what's going on, what they're dealing with. The agent reflects and asks additional questions. Then the second agent evaluates in depth. It's asynchronous, so the conversation continues like you were messaging your friend. This all operates through WhatsApp, SMS, etc. The challenge agent actually takes what the client is sharing and gives them a challenge, like my nudges that I was doing. And then the best part is the integration agent sends a report to the coach so that when the sessions happen again, that they don't have to spend the first 20 to 30 minutes covering what happened between the sessions. The coach can see what is the client dealing with, etc. At the same time, I will share this with everybody here, is for those of you that are not coaches but would like to try the agent out and find out the language patterns that are running underneath your decisions, think of it as a mirror. So you can have a quiet conversation with the agent and it will give you a report feeding back what it discovered based on my coaching frameworks. And the other thing about this engine, this trial version for anyone is running on my coaching style, my coaching frameworks, but the engine itself actually runs as a framework. It's not framework dependent. So any coach who uses the system, their framework, their language, their style is embedded into the engine. So when their clients communicate with their version of the engine, it will match the coach. I built this not as a coach replacement because that's the magic. The human to human connection is, I've seen a lot of these coach AIs that clone the coach and people can communicate with them, but it's still an AI. What I wanted was a connection, an infrastructure that lets the coaching go deeper, faster. And Ileana, welcome, or Ileana, I always do that. My Spanish language comes out and wants to pronounce it Ileana. Anyway, that's my new baby. I don't know who's seeing this except for Melanie and Ileana. And that, if you want to try that out, free. Whoops. That is not the link. It is dailypowerboost.com/IBE. I will put that in the chat. It's no cost to test that out. Get a report. Know yourself better. And tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me how it landed for you. And on my book, The Identity-Driven Leadership, 7 chapters are written. 3 are published on the web. So if you're in leadership and you want to check it out, reach out to me, send me a DM, say, hey Sean, I want to take a look at the book. I am looking for first readers to, not so much, of course, editorial feedback is welcome, but I'm also looking at how does it land for you? Like, what is it? What stood out? What resonated? What didn't resonate? Anything like that. I'm doing a very unique way of releasing this. And if you didn't know, I am part of the team bringing the co-authors that through Nicole Angai Galindo, or Guiding Brilliant Writers, we're releasing the new anthology, Men, Money, and Mental Health. And I'm really excited to be part of that and having conversations with the other authors. It's going to be really powerful, and I can't wait till that releases. But that's in the works. That's all I can tell you. But I will be bringing potentially Nicole and some of the other co-authors onto live shows in the future, so we can share more as we get closer to the release. All right. Again, I don't know who's still here, what you're getting. I know the last thing I was talking about was the 2 chairs, the prompt. Now I want to talk about, for anybody who's still here, where I find that a lot of people get it wrong is when they hear a question like, what would you have to believe? Their mind instantly reaches for some grand belief. I'd have to believe I'm exceptional. I'd have to believe I'm the smartest person in the room. In reality, that belief feels impossible. And what do? If it feels impossible, just forget it. Just forget it. Put it away. Forget it. I did this myself about 8 years ago. The problem is we put it on the wrong shelf. What we need is a smaller belief, right? We need something quieter, something like this. This counts, and I'm allowed to stop auditioning for it. Where does ownership show up first? It's not public. It shows up when you're alone and nobody's watching. You're feeling like yourself the most when you're least observed. So that's the space to watch for this. And that's where you will find the first sign that you signed the deed. Because it's a private moment where you can look at what you've built without reaching for a disclaimer. And I want to name something because I know who watches this. And it's this. Some of you have known about this gap for a long time, maybe years or more. Perhaps there's some shame riding on top of it. I've heard this. this. I teach this stuff. I lead people. How am I still doing this? And I want you to hear this. Knowing you have an identity gap and living inside that gap, that's how this change actually works. Awareness comes first. The rewrite, that's a slower process. It's a sequence that every human being I know of, worked with, etc., including the one talking to you right now. So let me bring us back to the question. What would you have to believe about yourself to fully own what you've built? Apologizing. And I think LinkedIn's frozen again. I don't know. Did Restream crash on me again? No, it seems to be working. Meryl's back. I don't know what's going on. Mercury, the technical issues, the Greenwall revenge. Well, think of it as like chapters. Watch the first part, live version, and I lost connection again. What in the world is happening? This doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's going on. New house, new internet. Then I'm looking at it on LinkedIn and it's garbage. So, what are we going to do? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll record this, I'll publish it as its own independent thing because this is a mess. I thank you for your patience. I thank you for your time. I'm looking at LinkedIn, it froze again. I don't know what the deal is. This is crazy because when I test my net, it's strong. Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know. What is going on? If anybody's still watching. Anyway, I'm not going to let it dissuade me. Talk to y'all next week. Thank you for your patience, your understanding. God bless. That doesn't do anything anyway. Shoot. What? It's still going live? Now it's freaking working.